Yes, hello. In this video, we'll be going through the membership setups. Basically, the setups needed for the membership subscription functionality and LS activity. So from the Role Center, you can access the administration section, or you can go through the departmental menu to access these settings. I'll just go through the administration. So if we go through the first selection, which is membership setup, and this would be kind of the core basic settings needed before you start to use the membership module. So new customer template is just a field to or setting to set the customer account you're going to use as the default when you create new members. Basically, when every member in the membership part needs to have a customer account, since all subscriptions are charged and invoiced to customer account. So when we create new member, we create a new customer account, and based on this setting here, we get the default or initial settings for posting groups, payment methods, etc. Then we have the default member club. This is the loyalty club going to be assigned to the member when you create new members. The location invoice, this is the location code for the invoices for subscription. Role Center X number of days, this is a setting for the queues in the Role Center. See more information on that in the video on the Role Center. Access control export, we can integrate to access control systems or gate controls. So this code unit here is a sample code unit for such an integration. Then we have subscription price group. This is the price group to use if you're going to use retail pricing for the memberships. And then we have new posting item. Basically, when we create new memberships, which are our products in the membership part, then we create also retail items for each membership. And we can create those retail items through the membership part, and this would then be the item used as a template for the initial values. Also, we can set or control if the web services are responding to the API, and in the part of the web APIs is to actually sell memberships on the web, either issuing subscription memberships or selling single sale memberships. And here we can define the statuses which are going to be assigned on these kind of sales on the web, so we can differentiate the memberships and see which ones were actually activated through the web or manually through the backend or through the point of sale. So these are the main settings. Then we have locations, which is the activity locations, same as in the activity module. Then we have access points. Access points is only if you're using access control and need to define the gates which are going to be opened or locked depending on the members' access privileges. We get back to that when we talk about the membership types. Then we have subscription type. This is basically a setup needed to define how frequently you're gonna do the invoicing for the subscriptions. And a quite common setup would be a monthly invoicing. So then you divide the period calculation, in this case the current month or the month. Then we have invoice posting date. This is the recommended posting date for the invoice when we create invoices. The next processing date, the suggested next processing date. The last date this process was executed. And then next period we're gonna be invoicing. So then we have the batch number series. So when we create the subscription invoice batches, we will issue a unique ID for each batch, and that unique ID is going to be acquired from the batch number series here. So normally you would at least have one subscription type. This could be also quarterly, yearly, depending on the nature of your business. But in here in this sample, we have a monthly process. Then you have this membership types, basically the products you're selling as memberships and giving access to your property or to your location. Each membership can have either a single sale charge type or subscription. Basically, you can pay upfront for access, or you can have a subscription. And if we just open up a single sale product and see how those are. So you give it a unique ID, you give it a description, you can define a price method of default or retail pricing. A default is then just this price here in the price field, but if you used retail pricing, you would be accessing the pricing setup of this posting item. Basically, you would be able to access the retail pricing for this particular product. So each membership would have a posting item, which is the retail item handling the revenue posting of that particular membership. And when you are creating a new membership, you can then just create the membership and then you click on assign retail item, and that would actually create the retail item and assign the posting item field here for you automatically. Then we have selling options, where you can sell this either everywhere on the POS only or through the web only. Charge type, like we talked about earlier, it can either be single sale, so it's just paid upfront, either through POS or web or through invoice, or you have subscription, which is just charged on a regular interval. Access could either be a certain period or it could be X number of visits. And if it's X number of visits, you would set the number of times access here, which would, for example, if you have access for 10 visits, then number 10 you would assign to the number of times access. Membership number series. So when we sell this kind of membership, each membership is going to get assigned unique ID, and this ID is picked up by this number series. So you would normally create a new member series and assign it to this membership. A contract report, this is just a nav report you can assign to this membership, which is going to be used to print the contract. So we recommend you just have a Word template report which you assign to the memberships, and you in that report you can pick up values from the membership setup, for example the name of the client, etc., and populate the Word report and print out the contract. Either the membership is active or non-active, so if you don't want to sell it further, you might set it on non-active, but it might still have members which are being in subscription, but it would stop being able to sell or activate new memberships. Then you have a member club. That's so for example, you can assign a new loyalty club. When a member purchases this kind of membership, they might be getting another loyalty club assigned at the same time for different retail pricing or discounts on the retail side. Expiration calculation, in this case this is a 3-month membership, so we would have the system automatically calculate the expiration date based on this formula, the 3 months in this case. So this would normally always be set on a single sale memberships which have a fixed period. You can have fixed issue date, but normally the date of issue is just the date when you activate the membership. Then you can set up restrictions, sell to same. You can limit the number of times you can sell a membership to same person. You can have age limits. You can require another member type to already been assigned to that particular member. So if this is some kind of sub membership, or let's say you have a gym where you sell main memberships to the gym, but then you have kindergarten access or something like that as additional services. So you might require that you already have a gym membership before you can actually purchase access to the kindergarten, for example. Access like, okay, so when we set up memberships, we give access setup. We define to which locations and gates the purchaser of this membership has access to. And you can define the day of week, the dates, the period, and the time from and to. But this access should be just the same as some other membership you already have in place, then you can define that this membership has the same access as another membership, so you don't have to repeat the access setup. So this is all needed for single sale products, and then you can have additional charges, but these would normally be on subscription products. But here you have analysis views. Basically, it's going to give you overview of active new members and canceled members, same as in the Role Center, and some additional notes here. For each membership, you can do price analysis, see what members have which prices, and you can navigate to the list of members who actually have this membership already assigned or valid membership. So this was a subscription, single sale product. Let's take a look at membership that is subscription based. And the only difference would be here that the charge type is subscription, and then you have to set up subscription type. Basically, this is in which process it's going to be invoiced. In this case, we want to include it in the monthly process. Commitment period is the number of days, weeks, or months the member would have to be committed to the subscription and cannot cancel it. In this case, we've set up 3 months of commitment period. So first 3 months of the subscription, the member cannot cancel the subscription. Price commitment period. So when you activate the membership, you might have a commitment to a certain price for X number of months or years. So that would commit you as a vendor to or as a service provider to keep that price for a certain amount of time. But you could also set when the price commitment period expires. You could either then manually change the prices on those members, or you could have the system automatically update the subscription price at that point. So when the commitment period ends, then the price would be automatically updated to the latest pricing. You can set up fixed end dates for the subscription if it has an end date. Otherwise, subscription is just continuous until you actually manually cancel the membership. Then you can have additional charges that are either issued when initially sold, when you sell this membership initially, or which is going to be added at every single time you run the subscription process. So this would be the membership type setup, which is of course kind of the main setup needed. Then we have statuses. So when you are selling memberships, they can have a status of they start off as in draft, but then you have to activate those. You can also have them on hold. You can make them non-active. Non-active is basically when they end their subscription period. If they have actually a fixed period of subscription, the solution would automatically make them non-active when the period expires or the membership expires, and then of course you can cancel memberships. So these are the kind of internal statuses possible, but you can, as a user, create your own statuses, so you can have variations of active status. For example, if the status was activated from web or manually from the POS or from the backend. So you can have different variations of the internal statuses. You can then link to that status setup if automated emails should be sent out. For example, when you activate membership, you might want to send a greeting email to the member. In this case, we have set up such a template, so you can then create an email template which would be sent to that member when you activate the membership. You can also automate printing at the same point, so you could, for example, have the system automatically print a contract report when you activate a contract. And you could also issue tasks that would be shown in the role center. And then you can, when you have on hold status, you can define the period you're setting it on hold. For example, if a member asks for 2 months off the subscription due to illness or due to accident, then you might have presets, possibilities of on hold, and the system will automatically calculate the on hold duration or period. So these are the statuses which are normally manually assigned to each to the memberships, or they could be done through the web API, or they could be done through the POS when you sell a membership. These are kind of the main setups for the membership module. Thank you.